Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live a life in which you never took anything personal? It might sound it might sound out of this world, but what if I told you you could work towards that every single day? So step 2, it's not personal, is all about perspective. It is all about perspective. And that's why I put the subtitle, Get Over Yourself. Because we're going to go over 3 keys today. And these 3 keys are so simple that people think that they don't work or will not work and are not willing to put the work to make them the work in to make them happen. They're so simple, yet they pack a punch and they have the most impact on our lives. If you haven't gone through step 1, which is simply called go, I suggest you go watch that first and then come back to this one. It's free. Go watch it, because there are 3 keys in step 1 that are the fundamental actions to take at the beginning of our day. Now we're going to talk about 3 other keys, 3 other actions, 3 other things that we must develop every single day in order to make sure that our champion is strengthened. He's awoken in step 1. Step 2, he needs to be strengthened. So we're going to be going over these 3 keys. And one thing we need to understand is that these 3 keys need to be worked every day, like we just said. And before we go through all of these, you need to get over yourself. You need to get over yourself. You are never too good to apply these keys. They can be seen as principles. A principle is true, whether you believe it or not. So these 3 keys, they're not complicated, but you must apply them every single day. So here we go. I trust you're ready. I am. All right. Key number 1, speech. The way we talk about other people, the way we talk about ourselves is critical to our quality of life. And here's what I mean. We're going to start with situation number 1, which is talking about other people. Have you ever found yourself in a group talking about another person behind their back? If you have, raise your hand. I have before, and I have learned to not do that. Here are 2 things that you can do. First off, you can take action right then and there. When the conversation starts, well, first, actually never start that conversation. Here are 1 or 2 things that you can do is change the subject. And number 2, leave. So either you change the subject or you leave. Make it clear to you that you want nothing to do with those type of conversations. And what can you change the conversation to? How about you change it to a project? I think it's Denzel Washington who said that great people who have success, talk about projects and developing projects. So why don't you start that habit of starting conversations that go towards projects and project development? All right. And if that doesn't work, if no one's interested, you say, hey, I'm not interested in this conversation right now. I'm going to leave. All right. So talking about other people is so critical, because whatever we see in someone else has always something to do with us and something going on in our life, in our heart, in our soul. So you have probably heard it before that we must remain an eternal student. And sometimes we think it's uh, keep learning through books and everything else outside of us, which is very good. But we tend to forget that we must keep learning about ourselves every single day. And that's why whenever we can pinpoint something that bothers us about someone else, when we take the time to take a step back and go analyze, why does this bother me? Because if it didn't bother me, then it would be perfectly fine. But because this bothers me, it's because there's something in my life that's that's taking my attention and putting it on that person and what's going on in their life. So a little tip: if ever you find yourself in a situation where someone does something and it bothers you, it attracts your attention, take a step back and go look at the past 3 days of your life. Go take a look at the past 3 weeks of your life. Go take a look at the past 3 months and the 3 years and 3 decades, if so, depending on the situation. And go look if there were any other situations in which those emotions or your attention was attracted that much to a situation. And when you have found, okay, it happened then, it happened there, it happened, then you can start taking action. But until you stop and realize that it has to do with you, poison, poison, poison. The gossip that you will have about other people, unless you are boosting someone up and talking about someone else in a positive way, do not talk about them. Keep your mouth shut. It's and it's kind of, it's not kind of, it is, it's trendy to just hang around 2 or 3 other people and talk about someone else. If you do it, make sure it is, you guys are talking about a project which includes other people having success. Might it be obsessive that that's all I talk about? It might be. But remember, we are building ourselves to win every single day, not to sit on the bench and gossip. That's not why we're here. That's not why you're here listening to me right now. You're here to win. If you're here to win, you're going to start taking these actions. Watch the way you talk about other people. Now, this second one is so important, and no one, actually, no, I won't say no one. A lot of people do not take into consideration the way they speak about themselves and the words that come out of their mouth. Here's what I mean. Have you ever heard this before? Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so dumb. Right? And it keeps going. I made a little list here. Things that people say, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I'm horrible at this. I'm the worst. And they keep repeating themselves that thing every day, not realizing that every time they say it, the brain says, perfect. You are stupid. Hey, you're dumb. You're horrible. Yes, you are the worst. So that means every single time I go out to do something and I have a mishap and I don't do it, well, what does my brain tell me? You're supposed to not do it. Well, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're horrible, you're the worst. Why would you make it? Remember what I said at the beginning. These are simple keys to apply. We're beginning with speech, the way you speak. This is concrete. You change these things. So instead of saying, I am stupid, I am dumb, say, I'm learning right now. And if you want to make a phrase out of it, say, I'm learning right now, and it is making me smarter and smarter as I go. What does your brain say? in that same situation where you have a mishap, instead of your brain saying, you're stupid, you're dumb, so you're supposed to miss. You're in that same situation, you miss, and your brain says, no, you are learning. And remember, every time this happens, you are getting better and better. Are you catching on to what I'm saying? Simple. I'll even say easy to make that change. But just like you must catch yourself before talking about other people, if you do, or when you do, you need to catch yourself when you talk about yourself. Oh, I'm horrible. No, I'm progressing. Here are the areas where I'm progressing. I missed this, but here's where I got better. I'm the worst. No, I'm developing my skills. I missed. Here's what I learned from that. Now I'm getting better. Remember that two of the strongest words in the English language, that is I am. Because whatever you put after that will shape who you are. So why wouldn't you take the time every time you find yourself saying I am to pause? Think, no, I'm not dumb. I'm learning right now. I am learning right now. And repeat it, I am learning right now. Right? And this usually happens when we fail at something. When we have a failure, we're going to get into this in another step down the road. You're going to learn that every failure is a building block. And here are other things. All right. This we usually say to other people and to ourselves that block us. I don't have time, or I don't have the time. It's not my fault. Sorry, I don't have time. It's not my fault. I tried. I can't. There are more that are going to, I have another list coming up in my next book. But if you have ever found yourself saying, I don't have time, it's not my fault, I tried, I can't, put your hand up. I have found myself saying that a long time ago. I no longer want these words in my vocabulary in this order. Here's how you can change that and take control over your life. Remember, this is about perspective, right? We have a situation. One person says, I don't have the time, but now you say, I need to schedule my time better. Or I'll make the time. Right? Here's the difference. Oh, I don't have time. So your brain in the same situation, you work 40 hours, you get home, eat dinner, probably watch Netflix and do what you do, and then go to bed. And that's your regular routine. And you tell people you don't have time. Hey, if that's not having time for you, you'll never have time. But if you switch it, someone says, hey, would you be open for a business meeting? It'd be a half hour, just around 6:30. And you're like, oh, in your brain, you're like, okay, 6:30. I'll check my schedule. No, I don't have time. Not, I don't have time. Say, I'll check my schedule. You check your schedule. Okay, I usually eat dinner. I'll move dinner down. I'll move dinner and we'll have our business meeting. You call back, hey, I'm available at 6:30. Let's have the meeting. No, I don't have time. Or change it to I'll make the time, or I will check my schedule. You have control. You are not a victim of life. All right? It's not my fault. Whenever you find yourself in a situation and you feel wronged. You feel like life just slapped you in the face and you're like, man, why me? My question for you is, why not you? Who do you want to take your place and live your life for you? No one can do that. Only you can live your life. And that's why we're learning how to win at the one thing that we've been put on this earth to do, win at our life. So when you find yourself saying, why me? No, why not you? And this, it's not my fault, can change to, I made decisions in the past that have led me here. You have a situation, you have one side that says it's not my fault, you have the other side that says I have made decisions that have led me right here today at this time. And here's what I reap. Let that sink in. You are the champion. You take responsibility for your life. This, I don't believe it exists. This next one, I don't apply it in my language, my vocabulary. And I don't like saying it. I tried or I try. That doesn't exist. It's either you do it or you don't do it. There's none of this trying thing. I'm going to try on some clothes. No, you're not going to try on some clothes. I'm going to put some clothes on, see if they fit. I'm going to go try this food. No, I'm going to go taste this food. I'm going to go try to go to school. No, you're going to school or you're not. And if you're on your way to school and you don't go to school, you don't get there, you didn't go to school. I won't say it upsets me, but it always gets to me when people keep. I got a chance to live in Texas, and there was this. I'm fixing to do this. And then it would go. I'm fitting to do that. I'm fixing to do. No, I'm going to do that. You're not fixing to do it. You're going to do it. It's like the saying that says it's the intention that counts. Anyone who has ever told you that it's the intention that counts has lied to you, because intention without action is absolutely garbage. It's worth nothing. It's worth less than nothing. It's like the person who says, yeah, I had the intention of going to the gym, but I stayed home. But I want these gains though. My mom told me that it's the intention that counts. So, I mean, if I sit on this couch and I have intention, maybe my results will come. Maybe they'll come knocking at the door. Intention, it's a great start. Don't get me wrong. It's a great start. But if you don't take action and start doing things, then nothing's going to happen. Actually, here's what's going to happen. You losing. You will lose at the one thing you were put here to do. You will lose at your life instead of winning at it. So trying does not exist. It's either you do it or you don't. And when you don't do it, it's time to take responsibility and say, listen, I went out to do this and it didn't work out. What can I learn from this? Why? Why wasn't I able to accomplish this? And in that learning from the why, you build yourself up to become a better person. You say, I am learning, I'm progressing, I'm developing my skills to go further and further. Remember, guys, we're here to win. This is serious stuff. Win at your life. I can't. What? Do you know how many times I used to tell myself, I can't go do that. I can't go do this. I can't. Say that to yourself enough times and your brain takes it as truth that you can't. But you know what's great? is that if you're able to convince yourself that you can't, well, you can convince yourself that you can. Here's I think it's Brian Tracy who said, if it would work, like if you could become all that you could be, that you aspire to be, what would that look like? If everything was ideal, right? If everything was ideal, the weather, your financial situation, your family, if everything was perfect, what would it look like when you make it? What are the emotions that you would feel when you make it? What is making it for you? Decide what it is, and then what would you feel once you're there? And your brain will give you all the answers. And that's what you can use. Not this, I can't do that. Well, you know what? The saying goes, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. And I keep asking people, like, you're right, but are you happy? You are right, but are you happy in your life? All right. All right. I'm getting worked up. Uh, let's go to key. Whew, I'm getting really worked up. Did I already go through that? All right. Here we go. Key number 2. Never underestimate the power of the fundamentals. And this is why I said get over yourself. Because most of us think that we're too good or too great for the fundamentals. Any foundation of a house, if it's not done perfectly, will fall. Yet those are the fundamentals. And we think that we could just go through life and not use these fundamentals, or go through them once or twice, and then everything's going to go through the fundamentals 3 days in a row and think that the rest of the year is going to go well. Let's take, oh my goodness, let's take New Year's resolutions. Oh yeah, baby, I got this locked in. I'm about to be the best me. New year, new me. I'm about to hit the gym every single day. About to eat. I'm eating clean every single day. 3 weeks in to the new year, that person is nowhere to be found in the gym. We won't even talk about their nutrition. And it just trails on for the rest of the year. Because the fundamentals are not worked on. The fundamentals must be worked on every single day. I'm going to repeat this probably 10 more times, if not 20, in this step, guys. We are here to win. To learn how to win at your life. For you to win at your life. So never underestimate the power of the fundamentals. Do you eat your apple a day? Have you not heard the saying? An apple a day keeps the doctor away? Yeah, Jay, we both know that's not true. Well, maybe you didn't listen. It's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you listen to it enough times, at a certain point, you understand that it's not the apple a day that keeps the doctor away. It's the habit of eating the apple every single day, of disciplining myself to go get the apples, to clean the apples, eat the apple, and do that every single day. That changes me. It's the habit that is developed. The apple has great nutrients, don't get me wrong, but eating one apple a day for the rest of your life won't do much. It's the habit, the action of doing that every single day. Are you going out for a walk? Jay, what do you mean go out for a walk? I mean, put on your shoes. If you have shoes, go barefoot for all I care. Go outside and take a 15 to 30-minute walk. Yeah, Jay, but I don't have time. Oh, you don't, do you? You don't have time to take care of yourself and go through the fundamentals, yet you have time to go sit down and binge watch Netflix series or play COD or do whatever it is that you do, that you want to do, but you don't have time for the fundamentals. Do you drink your 8 glasses of water a day? Oh, Jay, just water, water is just water. I just don't like water. 8 glasses? I only drink 2. Side note, it depends on the person. 8 glasses is an average for everyone. You might need more, but you're never gonna need less. You might need more as an athlete, someone who works out more. You will never need less than 8 glasses. So if you are not able to, the fundamental of drinking 8 glasses a day, guys, how do you want to win? Stretch every single day. Yeah, Jay, but like stretching, man, like I did it for a week, felt nice, and then I stopped. What? I thought I thought you said you wanted to win. I thought you said you wanted to take control of your life and start winning. Yeah, but stretching, no, stretching let's do a little build up here. Do you know what stretching promotes? Healthy blood flow. Do you know what healthy blood flow throughout the body promotes? It means your vitamins and minerals are circulating throughout your body a lot better. It means that the garbage is getting to where it needs to be, so it gets flushed out better digestion, better blood flow, and where the vitamins and minerals go, the faster and better they get there, the better that you can recuperate, the more your immune system feels good, that your immune system is great. Yeah, but Jay, like I went to the doctor, he gave me these pills and this and that. But before going to the doctor, did you apply these fundamentals for a year? I don't think you did. Apply these fundamentals. This might be the first time you're hearing this. If it is, hey, I'm being straight up. Eat your apple a day, go out for a walk, drink your 8 glasses of water, take time to stretch. And this one, when you're going to do this, I promise you that your life will change. Jim Rohn said, stand guard at the door of your mind. And he heard it from Earl Schoaf, his mentor. Stand guard at the door of your mind. What do you mean, Jay? What does that even mean? It means to watch what you watch and watch what you listen to. I'll take myself as an example. As a kid, I used to go to church all the time, but at home, my mom would let me listen to like whatever I really wanted to, not knowing what I was listening to. Let's say, I think I was just around 10, even younger, say 8. And you could probably relate to this song if you're 90s babies. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Or because I got high. I was singing that walking into church, not knowing what I was singing. And I remember the reaction of a few teenagers when I was walking down the alley going to sit down and I was singing boom, 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 boom. They looked at me and they're like, bro, do not sing that. Watch what you watch and watch what you listen to. And if you are a parent, it is your right to turn off the radio or put something in that's going to educate your kids, that's going to get them maybe singing about growth, singing about things that are going to bring them to the next level, because it is that serious. And if you don't believe me, on your way to work, or if you work at home, whatever the case may be, turn on the radio and just listen for like 20 minutes at the garbage that are in these songs, at the theme. And these are songs that I used to sing, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And you know what's funny is that I know a lot of these songs by heart. and I never sat down and really like listened to them. And it's just by the radio and hearing them frequently through other places. Guys, we have songs that are talking about going to the club, spending money, spending our paycheck, spending money that we don't have, sleeping with everyone around us, um, depression, uh, guys, heartbreak, slashing people's cars. And we just listen to it and we think, actually, we don't think, we just let it go. Like the guard, it says stand guard at the door of our mind. Well, that guard that's there is just lets the door open and lets that all in. I watch what you watch and what you listen to. It is so important. I have so many examples that I could go through, but we're not going to go through those because we could be here for like hours upon hours upon hours. When you are in when you're in your car or when you're commuting, it is your best time to listen to something that's going to build you. Jim Rohn said, you want to be happy, study happiness. You want more money, study money. That's why it's so important to know what you want so you can start studying towards it. But if you want to be happy, don't go listen to, I don't know, Taylor Swift's singing about her ex-boyfriend. How is that going to help you make money? You're here to win. If you tell me that listening to some artists talk about their problems is going to help you make money, you do you. You go do that, all right? But you got to be careful to what you listen to and what you watch. Especially parents. Especially parents. Use your commute time, use your car time as a place that you can educate your kids through what they're listening to on the radio. In the radio, guys, if it's not K-Love, if it's not a Christian, if it's not a Christian channel, man, put something that's coming from your phone and let it be songs about growth, songs about the alphabet or numbers, something that their brain's going to remember so that when they repeat it, here's an example. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8, 9, 10. Record that, put that in make it play in your car. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8, 9, 10. For every parent that's watching this that has a kid that's 0, 1, 2, even 3, let them listen to that for 6 months straight. They'll know how to count to 10. Whew. Same goes for us, guys. The fundamentals. And I'm getting hype over this because everybody wants to be a beast, but nobody's willing to do what beasts do. Eric Thomas said that, and we think that beasts doing what beasts do is like these gigantic actions, but it's the fundamentals done every single day that make you a beast at the end of the year. You know what you see on social media about, like, I have a friend who's an acrobat. He does the most incredible stunts, flips, and everything because he applied the fundamentals so long, and he still does to this day. That's why he can do these flips flawlessly. They're flawless because he applies the fundamentals every single day. All right. Key number 3, last key, guys. This most people do not use. Yet it is a key that when we use it, we learn about the person who is talking to us and we learn about ourselves. And it's tied into the speech. So key number 3 is listen. Your ability to listen will determine how far you go. The saying goes, seek to understand and then be understood. I believe it's John C. Maxwell. Seek to understand and then be understood. Yeah, but Jay, how do I do that? Here's a concrete, something concrete that you can use in any conversation. Actually, that you can get rid of in any conversation. You ready for this? Using I know. You don't know. If you are conversating with someone, the words I know should never be in your vocabulary. They shouldn't be there. They are not there. Take them out. Because you don't know. If you did know, you wouldn't be speaking. You wouldn't be talking about it. And here's something you can replace it with. Wow. I think it's the third time I hear this. And since it's the third time I'm hearing this, I probably should, I'm going to apply it. Wow, that's fascinating. I know, you don't know. Do you know how many people I talk to that keep saying, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, and they don't take action? Most of the times, we'll be having a conversation, and they just walk into my nutrition club and they start babbling on. I'm like, oh, okay, but have you taken your walk? I know. Did you answer my question though? Have you been taking your 30-minute walk a day? I know, it's just I don't have the time, and they keep babbling on. And I stopped them like, clearly you don't know because you have not been doing it. If you truly knew, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. And this is why it's so important when we are speaking to watch the way that we speak. Because every time someone says, I know in a conversation, and I have listened outside of conversations, and clearly they do not know. Whew. It's very, very, very important to listen. And the more we listen, the more we're able to listen. So once we get I know out of the equation, and we're looking eye to eye, right in the eyes of someone when we're having a conversation, and we say that's understandable, and we learn to develop questions. So how long did it take? How did you feel during the process? Who was there? And you keep the conversation on the other person, you're developing what we call empathy, because you are literally learning about how they felt in that situation. And from that, you could be like, that's where you can develop the habit of empathy, of learning how that person felt. So you're putting yourself in their shoes, but not for too long, just to develop the habit, just enough so that you can get a feeling of what is going on in their head, in their life. And here's something else. We said the words I know in a conversation block us from actually moving forward. I understand. No one understands. I don't understand you. You do not understand me. The reason being, throughout all the people who have been here before Jesus, all the people after Jesus, that means all the people after us, no one has ever been you, and no one will ever be me, unless they clone us in the future. And even then, clones won't be us. So I can never understand you. But what I can say in a conversation is that is a situation that is very understandable. I have lived something similar, and I just want to let you know I am here to listen. Most of the time, people do not want a hero that's going to give solution after solution after solution. Have you ever found yourself someone comes up to you with a problem, they say, "Hey, yo, my dog broke its leg and I had to go to the hospital." And you're like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, me too, man. I had two dogs. They broke all four legs. And then I took them to the hospital and I waited like for 4 hours and it was horrible. And then they came out and then one leg was still broken. One was in a cast." And you keep babbling on and you forget that the person came up to you with a problem that they wanted to talk about, that they needed to get off their chest. But you keep babbling on about you and your life and what happened to you. Because no, you didn't know, and no, you don't understand. Because if you truly knew and you truly understood, you would have looked that person in their eye and you would have told them, "Man, I lived something similar. Like, how do you feel today? Is your dog all right? How old is your dog? Wow." You know what they say? A dog is a man's best friend. You see the difference, guys? Learn to listen. Give the person the opportunity to open up. Because if every time someone comes to you with something that they have to say and you just start, "Yeah, I know, and I understand what you're going through because I went through the same thing, and my mom this, and my dad that, and then my shoes went like this, and then that would," and then the person's like, "Oh yeah, oh, oh, wow, oh crap, no, no way, your shoes were untied, no." Please take notice next time you do this. This is called doing an action after action report, right? It's going to see not only your actions, but remembering people's reaction and asking yourself, why did they react that way? Oh, flip. They actually came to see me because they had something happen to them. And then I spent 5 minutes out of our 7-minute conversation babbling on about my problems. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Oh man. That's it. That's what we got for step 2, guys. So key number 1, speech. Key number 2, never underestimate the power of fundamentals. And key number 3, listen. Speech. Make sure you watch your language. Not only when you speak to others, but when you speak to yourself and about yourself. The fundamentals, guys, the fundamentals must be worked every single day. Ask yourself in the morning after you've made your bed, did I eat my apple a day? I did not. Do I even have apples? I do not. What should I do? Get some apples and start doing that. Did I drink my 8 glasses? Did I actually have my glass of water when I woke up after making my bed? I did not. What should I do? Go downstairs, go to the kitchen, make myself a glass of water and chug that. How much time does it take? Just about 20 seconds. Boom. Did I go for my walk? Let's see. Do I have the time today? Yes, I do have the time. When I finish work, actually, I can walk to work. Did I stretch? Oh, stretching. Oh, wait. I can stretch while I watch a movie. Oh, my goodness. I don't have to lay on the couch like a slob. And I can start watching what I watch and watching what I listen to. to make sure that the thoughts that are running through my mind are the right thoughts when I'm having conversations and when I'm taking action and when I'm listening to others. And I'm going to finish on this. We said, listen, guys, make sure you listen to you. You are forever talking and speaking and having conversation with yourself. And when I tell people that, yeah, I talk to myself, they're like, man, you're crazy. And I said, you're right. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm actually insane, but that's okay. It's important to listen to ourselves because we need to get to know ourselves every single day. These are fundamental things, guys. These 3 keys: speech, fundamentals, and listen. You don't have to pay nobody. There's nothing you have to pay for. You just got to do it every single day. So on that note, I will see you in step 3. I trust that you're ready. I am so hyped. It was your boy Avatar Fit. Stay fit, stay blessed, and keep applying everyday progress.